singled out this morning before the game, came through for you in relief roles again, Baden, Hop, and Hoover.
Yeah, not Hoove, but Matthews. Yeah, no, and they did do a super job. You know, that was a game that could have slipped away, and they nailed some things down for us and gave us a chance to get back into that ball game. Certainly a tribute to the guys that went out there and kept scratching away and getting runs for us, and that made for a really exciting finish.
With a guy like Burke, was it just getting accustomed to this? What's been the difference for him? May's been unbelievable.
With
Baden Hop.
He didn't pitch today. It was Hoover and Matthews.
Next question. That's really good.
Okay.
Zach Cozart coming up huge for you late in the game. That was big, but your 7 and 9 hitters, both 4 RBI from them. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it was terrific to see. You know, it was a 2-strike at bat. You know, all of a sudden he's sitting in a 2-strike at bat, and I know they had a couple of mound visits to decide what to do, and he was just able to stay on a pitch, what I think was out over the plate, and just stay on it and get it over Span's head. And we've seen him, you know, on the highlight reels, pulling balls over fences and laying out and making all those great plays. And, you know, thank goodness it was a ball he couldn't get to, and ended up being the game winner.
With Billy, what's been the difference with him? Is it just pressure off maybe, or what?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You know, look, I don't want to suggest he can't handle the pressure. I think that would be reckless on my part, on anybody's part. I just think it's a fact that he doesn't have to be anything but a great center fielder and a guy that goes out there and contributes, as opposed to you know, as we say here, you know, we go, Billy goes, we go. I don't think that's unfair. You know, just to go out there and play and have fun. You know, that's kind of what we've been trying to do, is just go out there and compete. And I think today was a great example of a game where we fell behind. I mean, the Taylor kid hits a homer, could have walked them and seen what they would have done at the 9 spot, but it wasn't going to do that. And we ended up behind. All of a sudden we're behind, and we fought back, man. I'm really proud of the guys, man. They really fought back hard today.
Two nights in a row, you have big 2-out hits. I mean, it's something you struggled at, and now the last 2 games really been good.
Yeah, you know how the ebb and flow of this stuff, and I think sometimes you just need some things to go right to know that you can do it again. You know, I think with our team, you know, maybe sometimes it's just reminders of how good we can be. You know, I mean, we've seen this group. We have a core of 6 position players that have been here since at least 2011, and they're really good. They're really talented, and we've got another group of players that haven't been here as long, but are major league caliber players. And there's no reason for us not to think that we can play this type of baseball, and we can do it on a more consistent basis than we have. So I'm with you. I mean, I'm thrilled that these guys are starting to break out a little bit.
Outside of the one mistake in the 6th, the outing by Rysel, not bad in your estimation?
No, it's terrific. I mean, you know, we're looking at a young guy in his first full year in the United States pitching, you know, in the big leagues and being given the ball as a starter when he's historically been used mostly as a reliever, especially in international play in Cuba. So the fact that he's out there and competing against the world's best players here and pitching against an outstanding team like the Nationals and competing. You know, he made a mistake to Taylor, there's no doubt about it, and it cost him, but you know, the guys got him off the hook there by scoring late.
It must be nice for you now, after everything you've been through the last 2 weeks, to stand here on a Saturday night and have a chance to talk about a sweep rather than salvaging a game.
Well, I like listening to music. I'll tell you that. When I come in after a game, if the music's going, I'm happy. So I'm glad we got the strobe light going on in there, and we got the music playing, and it's a good thing.
How freaking good did that feel?
Oh man, good. I mean, we battled as a team all day. You know, that's the kind of you know, will and grit we want to have. You know, you get down to 5-2. Previous games it might have ended up 5-2. We kind of coast through the rest of the game. I think we just wanted to win, and that's the first series win we've had in a long time. Feels good. You know, to come out on top.
Yeah, well, you said last night today was a big day because you had a chance to clinch a series. Now we're talking about a sweep. It's pretty good considering what's gone on here the last 2 weeks.
No doubt about it, especially versus a good team. It's frustrating in a sense. The way we've played the past 2 days is how we envisioned playing for the most part all year. So. You know, but for us to start these 2 games and have you know, good outings by the pitchers and everybody battling and kind of a team effort. So we want to build on that and continue to play well.
A lot was made of the team meeting midweek. Is there anything you've seen from the message from Brian Price and the guys the last couple of days? Anything different that's kind of sparked?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was a really good meeting talking about just, pressing. We're all good players and have played well in the big leagues for some time, most of us. So it was just like, hey, just go out and let your ability take over. We've done our work in the cage. We've done our work everywhere. Just go out there and play. Don't press. You're going to strike out some. You're going to get out, but don't emphasize that one at bat. You have a lot more coming. So I don't know. We've had 2 games since then. We played pretty well, so it probably did work a little bit.
Billy gives you guys a dynamic in that 9-hole that no other team really has. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's dynamic in general anywhere he is. If he gets on base, he wreaks havoc for the other team. They don't really know what to do with him, and steals bases, and he's not getting a lot of love. I feel like for the way he plays defense out there. He's so good out there. He makes it look so easy that you don't talk about it, but he's been huge for us.
What you guys have been able to do hitting with runners in scoring position the past couple of games, I mean, you got to hope that something like that is contagious. You could ride it for a while.
Yeah, for sure. That was obviously been a topic of, when we were losing, we weren't getting a lot of those hits. So to get those 2-out hits these last couple games, they win games. Simple as that. When you get the big hit like that, they win games, and that's why we've won the last 2 days.
Any extra satisfaction? We're a first-place team. You guys have showed that you can play and beat really good teams. Any extra satisfaction to beat a really good team back-to-back days?
Yeah, I think so. Today was such a big game. We wanted to win the series, and it's been a while for us to do that, and to do it versus a good team makes it that much better. I mean, they're playing. They've been playing well, and obviously we haven't. And for us to come out and get these 2 wins and play the way we played, it makes us know that when we do everything the right way and play hard and stuff, that we'll be just fine.
Exactly. Some fatigue starting to sound a little tired, or just missing?
Dice que pichaste muy bien en los primeros innings, pero después en ese inning, ¿tú crees que tú estabas cansado o tú crees que fue un picheo que tú estabas fallando?
Me sentí bien en los primeros innings y ese inning, lanzamiento ahí que me jodió el juego de pelota, no estaba cansado, me sentía bastante bien y así fue como lograron perjudicarme en ese inning el equipo de la Nacional.
I felt pretty good. Actually, I think in that inning, I just made one mistake, and it really, cost me the game. I really felt like I was throwing the ball good, but I just left, a bad pitch, and he was smart enough to hit our ballpark.
What is he learning each time he goes out there?
¿Qué tú aprendes cada vez que tú sales a pichar? Todas las veces que tú sales a pichar.
Yo aprendo mucho porque ya que esto es lo máximo del béisbol y entonces cada error que me pasa cuando estoy lanzando lo llevo siempre grabado y trato de en mis próximas salidas de que no vuelva a suceder.
I learn a lot. I'm very hard on myself. Every time that I got the opportunity to go out there, I try to not make mistake. But when I make mistake, I try to learn for my next start because I don't want to make the same mistake over and over. But I try to make adjustments, and I try my best every time that I go out there.
Brian, this one's for you. You're obviously a leader of this team. How big was that meeting the other day?
It was huge. I told you guys. I think, it was a very productive meeting. I really took it, me personally, I took it very well, and it really shows, that our team we're good, man. We're very good, It really, it was one of those meetings that it was very positive, it was very encouraged, as I say. Mm-hmm. And, I felt like we took it from there, and like I told you guys, Friday it would say, exactly how well we got that meeting, and we really received it pretty good because, we're playing the way that we're capable of doing.
When you're losing and it's such a long season, sometimes it's just recapturing that passion for the game, remembering what it was like when you were a kid and you just played for fun, right?
Yeah, translate, traducir. Yeah, I mean, it is, man, it is. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Everybody know how difficult it is, playing the big leagues. Everybody gets, great talent, and, it's a very tough, baseball, But you have to continue to go out there and grind it out, and play hard and have fun, But having fun, is when you win. When you don't win, nobody's having fun, to be honest with you, Not even myself.
Not even you?
Not even you.